And we have a musical guest in the studio this morning, as we do every Saturday morning on the musical merry-go-round. I'm a little bit starstruck by having this gentleman
oh
here
my
today.
goodness, I'm far less impressed with myself than you seem to be. I have to live with myself. I'm telling you that.
Well,
becomes wearing after a while.
For more than 50 years, this man has been entertaining us, and more than entertaining us, has used his music to make this world a better place whenever you
Well, thank you, my brother. That's very, very generous of you to say. It certainly was the thrust and the intention of Peter, Paul, and Mary, but it was the ethos of the times in the 1960s that really dominated the big changes in America, whereby the types of institutions, cultural institutions, as well as literal institutions, were questioned, reevaluated, and out of that questioning came a whole bunch of new opportunities and awarenesses that represented a real spiritual leap in the country. That was the most important change of the movements that occurred at the time.
And you were right in the middle of these movements.
We certainly were.
In a role as a leader sometimes to inspire people.
Sometimes organizing, sometimes singing, sometimes being inspired by, whether it was at the Civil Rights March in '63 or the Selma Montgomery March, or the anti-war movement, or the movement for democratization and self-determination in Central America, or the women's movement, you name the movement. Mm-hmm. It was a constant source of our dedicated effort, and we were part of it because the music that we sang has its instruction. As Mary used to say, the folk songs tell you, if you're going to sing me, you have to live me too.
Well, I really appreciate the music, and I appreciate you taking the time to come visit with us this morning. You got a very beautiful guitar there. Can I hear what it sounds like?
Sure. It's called a L'Arrivée, and it's this is not the one that was stolen and then recovered on the internet. Mm-hmm. This is a duplicate. Tell me why you're crying, my son. I know you're frightened like everyone. Is it the thunder in the distance you fear? Will you help if I stay very near? I am here. And if you take my hand, my son, all will be well when the day is done. And if you take my hand, my son, all will be well when the day is done. Day is done. When the day is done. When the day is done. When the day is done.
Thank you so much. Hey, if you just turned on your radio, you might have figured out we've got a musical guest in the studio this morning. His name is Peter Yarrow, and we're very fortunate to have him here. That song you just sang is a song that I listened to when I was a younger person, and now you've got a book that has the words to that song.
Right. Well, you should know, being the station that you are, that this was also the first song. I met somebody who was there yesterday at the March on Washington in '69 that I co-organized. That was called the Celebration of Life, following the March Against Death that preceded it all night long. This was 1969, November 15th, and on the 14th, up until, all through the night, the names of the Vietnamese, American soldiers who had died in Vietnam were placed one at a time in coffins that were then borne to the Pentagon. And then in the morning, that being the March Against Death, we had the Celebration of Life. And to lead it off, I sang this song. This was identified at the time as a peace song. Because in the second verse, you heard that the first verse, in very personal terms, says, I will take your hand, I will protect you. I know you're frightened. It was written actually for my brother, my younger brother. In the second verse, it says, do you ask why I'm sighing, my son? You shall inherit what humankind has done. In a world filled with sorrow and woe, if you ask me why this is so, I really don't know. But if you take my hand, my son, all will be well when the day is done. If you take my hand, my son, all will be well when the day is done. Day is done. When the day is done.